Last week, we went out to NVIDIA's GTC event. That's the Woodstock of AI, where we learned about how all these sorts of businesses are using artificial intelligence. But businesses aren't the only ones putting this tech to work. I got to tell you something, hackers are doing the same thing. See, they can use AI to expose sensitive information in record time. This is terrible. So how the heck can companies protect themselves from AI-empowered crooks? Earlier today, we sat down with Nikesh Arora, the chairman and CEO of Palo Alto Networks. For his company rang the closing bell at the NASDAQ celebration 20th anniversary. Take a look. First, Nikesh, congratulations, 20th anniversary. You are in a tough business. I think it's a bit of a wonder that you've been able to stay on top of the game. How can you do it?
Well, Jim, first of all, thank you again. Nice to see you. Yeah, you know, cybersecurity companies have this property that they don't last 20 years very often. So we're delighted it's our 20th anniversary. Delighted that we have both the opportunity to serve our customers the way we're able to, and we have a great company. So couldn't be happier.
Well, I think that through this period, you have companies that are just starting. Let's say I start an enterprise, 1,000 people. What would you tell me to do if I came to you fresh versus a company that's legacy and got all sorts of systems, and who knows what they're going to be hacked by?
Yeah, look, as a customer, I would tell you that with the advent of every wave of technology, and now we're seeing this big AI boom, and you've been talking about it, and everybody's talking about it, the one thing that is a constant is your attack surface continues to expand. Now people are going to find ways to get into your business using AI hacks or hacking your AI implementation as they would with your cloud implementation in the past. So I think as the attack surface continues to expand and technology allows us to go at things much faster, the bad actors unfortunately use the same techniques. So you have to make sure you are able to protect your crown jewels and find the bad actors in your system in real time.
Well, you've been using this great example of hijacking the agent in Waymo. I mean, tell me about that, because that to me is one of the most frightening things I can think about.
Well, look, you know, we all like the new conversation, and the new conversation is agents. Like AI is passe. ChatGPT was interesting 1 year ago. Now it's about getting agents to do things for you, whether you're an enterprise company or a consumer company. And the way I say it is, agents is like giving AI arms and legs and saying, go do something for me. You know, you took the brain, which is really smart and help you figure stuff out, and you can write sonnets and have, you know, it recite Shakespeare back to you in your funny accent, but giving it arms and legs is kind of the next frontier. And people say, well, that's not going to happen. We're going to manage it. We're going to control it. I'm like, it's already happening. Look out there. You get into Waymo, you just gave AI arms and legs. You let it decide where to turn, when to stop, how fast to drive, and how to get you from point A to point B. Now imagine if the same thing applied to robotic automation, substations, dams. If you start letting agents manage critical infrastructure, you got to be very sure that those access points are protected, because over time there'll be less and less human intervention, human supervision, in which case you need to be more secure.
Well, you talk about that period where you put something in and if you do it wrong, you're dead. But you also use a great term. You call it the technological debt that has not been paid. Where'd you come up with that? I love it.
Well, think about it. If you look, the average life of IT infrastructure is 10 to 12 years old. Right. And we spend about $1 trillion a year. Right? So think about it. All that money that's spent is sitting in old plant, and we can't change the whole plant on an annualized basis. So it takes 7 to 10 years to change your technology plan, and that's the time you're sitting on legacy infrastructure, legacy debt. You can't take it away. So as you evolve, as you get your technology to be more and more in line with the cloud, in line with mobility, in line with AI, it gets better. But you're still sitting on stuff that's 10 years old in infrastructure, which was never designed for AI to appear or the cloud to appear.
Well, is that what the federal government has? Some people feel that DOGE is a threat to you. I think they've got all these systems that you actually could come in and save the government some money and also save it from the bad actors who can get in between these things.
Well, the government has been slow to adopt technology because they're trying to make sure that before they go to the cloud, they suss everything out. And I think one of the biggest opportunities as we get through the phase of cost cutting is automation and efficiency driven by technology. So I expect the only way DOGE will be able to get where it wants to get, or we can get to a much more efficient, lower cost operation, is to automate a lot of stuff.
Well, you suspect. Have they been in contact with you?
Well, we have talked to various parts of the government about stuff. But remember, it's early days. It's only been a few
Well,
months.
I want to see you win business. My charitable trust has a big position in your stock, for heaven's sake.
I am very optimistic about the potential for technology and cybersecurity as we get through the early months of this unsettling period. We're trying to figure out what the right path forward is from an automation perspective. But I think their heart and soul is in the right place. They're trying to do the right thing for the country. I think they're trying to have us be a much more efficient government. They're trying to have us be a much more balanced sort of, book of business. Right. So I think there's opportunity for all technology companies in the future as we get into the automation and technology adoption part, hopefully.
Okay, now, I like that. On March 18th, you tweeted, "Never a dull moment in cybersecurity." And that was when Google bought Wiz for an astounding $32 billion. Now, you've got twofold here that I want to ask. You worked there for 10 years, 2004 to 2014, and you used BigQuery. You are a customer of theirs. 170,000 projects in Google Cloud. What happens if Google says to you, you know what, we have Wiz, 170,000 projects, gone?
No, so first and foremost, look, it's a great day for cybersecurity. If you can build a business and you can sell it for that amount of money, right, it inspires more entrepreneurs to go out there and build their next cybersecurity business.
Will you tell me instead of $124 billion, you might be worth more because of that?
Well, if 600 million ARR is worth $32 billion, I can do math. We're closing in on $6 billion, but let's put that aside. As they say, the price of something is what somebody's willing to pay. Right. So, look, it's a great day for cybersecurity. One. Two, on terms of, we are one of the largest customers of Google, both on the security side, the enterprise side, and we have talked to them, and they're trying to keep it balanced in terms to make sure that they serve their customers effectively, and at the same time, we have a bit of co-opetition going on.
Do I need to worry
cybersecurity
that they could just say, you know what, I know you're a customer, but we don't want you anymore?
I think that's going to be very hard for them to do. I think, in fact, they haven't said it. We had a wonderful conversation with them last week, and we continue to work with Google. We continue to run our infrastructure on GCP and some other cloud providers. So I think from that perspective is fine. I think it's going to be interesting what happens in cybersecurity going forward. I think we will continue to see consolidation. I think the world is heading towards platforms, something we've been talking about for a while. Right. I think this is one more reinforcement that you can't just have one piece of the action, you need to bring more. And you're seeing that Google do it. You see Microsoft has a phenomenal security business. We have a great security business. So you're beginning to see that you need to be big in cybersecurity to play at the table.
And you have a strong security business with IBM.
Yes.
As a partnership. It seems like it's working out well.
It's going to go down as one of our best arrangements and deals we did in history because, Arvind and his team are just amazing. They're forward-leaning. They have north of 1,000 people working with us on this now. And we are able to migrate a lot of the IBM customers who are on the technology called QRadar, which was robust but needed sort of a refresh. And we are able to provide a refresh in the form of our product called XIM, which is now the leading product from our perspective, sort of powered by AI.
All right, now I know we have to wrap things up, but Keanu Reeves, John Wick, cool guy?
Very cool.
Yeah?
Very cool. I mean, who
Cooler
else?
Than you?
Of course. Who else would you have epitomize saving the world in a cyber incident but Keanu Reeves?
Fair enough. Nikesh Arora, Chairman and CEO of Palo Alto Networks. Thank you, Nikesh.
Thank you, Jim.
Coming up, Cramer continues his look at what's working in this tape with a pulse check on the healthcare space. Next.